What's up, guys? Go back to the review, and Miss Marvel episode 2 has released on Disney Plus. And to me, I thought this episode was so good, and we got to explore Kamala Khan more and how her powers work and much more. And plus, with that and ending, I totally set up a lot of questions that I need to be explained from part out and the rest of the series, and that ending which totally sets up everything for the rest of the series and this series as a whole as well. So in this video, this will be my full breakdown for Miss Marvel episode 2. Go over everything that man miss, all the cool Easter eggs and much more, and things like that. But if you have not seen Miss Marvel episode 2, this is gonna be a spoiler warning, so get out of this video now and come back to this video after you've seen the episode. But if you're new here and you're doing something like this, then be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so I miss out on visiting this in the future. So let's get to it. And so, what how this episode starts is with Kamala, in which she's trying to play into the school crowd, in which in a cool and calm way as well. And then she's trying to blend in, and then she spots two girls, and then next to the lockers, one of them wearing AirPods, and then she kind of makes a joke about AirPods, and then the next scene that we hear is a story about how Zoe was saved by that girl at Avenger Con. And that was referring to Kamala Khan, aka Miss Marvel, who now has her powers, and now everyone's to talk about the time how Zoe was saved. With Zoe and how she refers to Miss Marvel's identity, which is a nightlight, and now then we get introduced to a new character in the series named Kamran, and he's invited to a party by Zoe, and now with Kamala, Bruno, and the others, they should go to the party as well, and then we get to this montage where Kamala is as now her powers and how they actually work with Bruno involved. And then, as Kamala is continuing to test her powers, she accidentally almost falls over the edge, but with Bruno trying to pick her up and save her. But with Kamala, she says to let her go. And plus, this is a reference to back from Avengers Endgame with the Black Widow's death on Boromir, and that's why back at Avenger Con in the first episode that they paid a tribute to Black Widow and Iron Man. And next we see Kamala, Bruno, and a bunch of other people at a party, and then we see Kamran, which Kamala immediately falls for after she takes a sip of alcohol, and then she is drunk, and immediately daydreams, and as she immediately falls for Kamran, and then as we see these awesome animations that are floating as she is daydreaming, and then next we see them in Kamran's car. With Kamala and Kamran, and they get to know each other a little bit, and then he offers her driving lessons as well. And then as we can see, as Kamala is dancing in her home after falling in love with Kamran, she receives the text about her driving lesson, and they both end up in a texting conversation. And we see these texting animations, and next we see Kamala in class, and then we see something glowing on Kamala's nose. It might be from her powers from this nigga band, which gave her powers, and now with that glowing thing on Kamala's nose, they think that might be a part of her powers. And then we see Bruno in Mr. Wilson's office, and he's offered a semester at Caltech, which in the comics it's the institute where Bruce Banner and Reed Richards of the Fantastic Four attended. And then we see Kamala and Kamran hang out, and he's offering Kamala some driving lessons. And then with the chemistry, it's so good in this episode. And then we see the two hang out. And then we get a mention out of Kamran Kingo, which is a reference for the main character from the Eternals. And then as we see the whole family eating dinner, and then Kamala's dad sharing a story about how my name is Mama Sasana, and her family wanted to catch the last train that was leaving town, about how her father was injured and needed a walking stick, and then all that, and so someone asked at the table what happened to Sana's mother, and Kamala's dad says they don't know. She might have disappeared along with others as well, but because if she got blimped along with a bunch of others as well, or it might be someone that she disappeared because this series it takes place a few years after the events of Endgame. And then as we start seeing Kamala seeing everything, she's shaking from the negative she was wearing, and then we see this person in the room, and now with the person that we're seeing her, we're all asking like, who is this person? Because I think that this may be the main villain of the series, and then later we see Kamala talking to Nanny, questioning her about the bands, and then with the Nanny she refers to the bands as the Bengal, which belonged to her mother Aisha, which Kamala mentions like the one who had disappeared, because maybe with it's a nigga bands and that like Aisha was wearing that, but probably something must have happened to her while she was wearing the bands. Trying to get information about her, about the origin story of the nigga bands, or also known as a Bengal, and which like she's trying to get like origin story of the nigga bands of where they came from, maybe because this is like a part of Kamala's family history. And then we see this festival called like Eid al-Mubarak, which is like a festival in Muslim culture, in which this is where Kamala is from. But also with the Khan family is like a Muslim Pakistani culture, and also we meet these all groups called like the Moscow Boys, the Coverts, and the Illuminatis, which is a reference and not to the Illuminati. And that was his zone under investigation by Agent Cleary in the Department of Damage Control, and like he's like investigating her about VentureCon with the enhanced individual that tried to kill her, but then Zoe responded by saying that she could kill her, and she saved her life after the whole incident. And now with the Agent Cleary about investigating her about Miss Marvel, and now having her powers, and now the Agent Cleary in the Department of Damage Control, what they with Kamala, because I think that I'm going to investigate her more and about her powers as well. And now that they have the entire FBI, and now like sort of revealing everywhere, and now that they want to take Kamala in, and because of her powers. And then, as we can see, Kamala dressed in her Miss Marvel suit, and now she's trying to save a kid from falling, and then she uses her powers in front of the entire public to try and save him. But then, like when she finally tries to save him, and then we see this person again, maybe because maybe that she's the villain, which you see for like just a few seconds, and then after that the kid immediately falls, but then like Miss Marvel again tries to save him, but then he like crashes onto the car, and like her its angles and stuff like that. That's why, and now with Kamala, she's now gonna be under investigation, especially underneath the Department of Damage Control, and especially about her powers. And then how this episode ends is with Kamala being chased by a drone, and it's could be one of Mysterio's drones that they use on Spider-Man and the final battle in Spider-Man Far From Home. And they see the Department of Damage Control there ready to take Kamala in, as she has exposed her powers, and then to escape, she gets right from a comrade. And then what the most shocking reveal is that the person that like Kamala keeps on seeing, as she was wearing the nega bands, and it reveals to be a comrade's mother, and like to me, I think with a comrade up to no good. And plus that was like in the beginning of winning Kamala over. Like this also happened in the comics too, but I think a Cameron might be a villain. And with Miss Marvel episode 2, I think I really enjoyed this episode, and I'm really enjoying the series as a whole, especially for Kamala Khan. And a big shocking reveal at the end that's definitely going to leave us with like a ton of questions lately into future episodes of this series. And I think Kamala is really going to be taken in and investigated by everyone, including the Department of Damage Control as well. So yeah, I really enjoyed this episode, and I think what for a big treat, and for like a big ride and leading into future episodes of the series. I really enjoyed episode 2, and I can't wait for more as well. So that's me for the first video. Let your thoughts, comments down below, and what are your thoughts on Miss Marvel episode 2? Give me a rating between 1 out of 10. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the notification bell for future videos, and you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter for live updates. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.